Well, it's war. Dana Nessel, Attorney General of Michigan, is gone nuclear. Never seen such a thing. Tweeting me, never. Let me say this. Okay. Y'all watch the show, you know what's going on. I wrote a column in the Detroit News, an update on this nursing home bullshit. This is how that goes, and then I'm going to give you her response. I wrote that Attorney General Dana Nessel used her power to benefit a friend who was being actively investigated by her office. Internal documents show that friend, Tracey Kornak, is a personal injury lawyer. I'm sorry, that's the nice way to say it. Slip and fall lawyer and treasurer of the Michigan Democratic Party. Kornak was accused last year, you may remember, by the director of a West Michigan nursing home of using the account of her elderly, brain-damaged client to fraudulently bill an insurance company for nearly $50,000. Nessel, who has cultivated an image as the protector of the vulnerable and elderly, subtly pressured her staff to close the investigation and to provide Kornak with documents that would financially benefit her. It should be noted that Kornak worked on Nessel's transition team in 2018 when Nessel was first elected Attorney General. After the nursing home director's accusations appeared in my column in the Detroit News last July, an investigation into Kornak was opened by the Attorney General's office. Scott Teeter, the director of the AG's Financial Crimes Division, was so concerned about the obvious conflict of interest, he drafted a memo last September informing staff that he was constructing an ethical firewall to distance Nessel from the investigation into her friend. And I quote, "Because the suspect in this matter assisted with Attorney General Nessel's transition into office, I believe it would create the appearance of impropriety for AG Nessel to access information about this investigation. Specifically, if the Department of Attorney General declined to seek charges against the suspect, it might appear that the professional relationship between Attorney General Nessel and Tracey Kornak had influenced the investigation." Teeter went on, "I'm asking for a conflict wall to be established, preventing Attorney General Dana Nessel from being provided or accessing any information related to this investigation." End quote. So the ethical wall was constructed. But Nessel barreled through it anyway, according to her own emails obtained in a Freedom of Information Act request. For instance, on December 5th, Nessel's chief investigator disregarded the ethics firewall and sent Nessel 4 active reports regarding the Kornak investigation. The next day, on December 6th, Nessel forwarded those reports to Fadwa Hammoud, her Solicitor General. Quote, "Ms. Kornak has contacted me regarding this matter," wrote Nessel. Mr. Redacted's allegations are apparently holding up a potential judicial appointment for her in Kent County. She has requested the documents from our investigation. Nessel continued, "I think she, Kornak, wants to be able to assert that the claims made by Redacted were never substantiated by our investigation and the case is closed. Please advise what our process should be. There is some urgency to the matter in that she needs to supply this information by week's end." The Kornak case was closed 2 weeks later. Oddly, Nessel's investigators never spoke with the whistleblower who filed the original complaint, Joe LeBlanc, former director of the nursing facility where the brain-damaged woman resides. It's unclear if Kornak ever received the documents. Neither she nor Nessel responded to 2 messages left by me seeking clarification. As for LeBlanc, a week after blowing the whistle on the powerful Democratic official, he was dismissed from his job at the nursing home and told never to set foot in the premises again. "I'm just so disappointed," LeBlanc told me by telephone. Nessel takes the game, she talks the game of protecting our most vulnerable. We're talking about our parents and grandparents here. To find out she is really more interested in protecting her friends and special interests is beyond devastating. Now, this is not the first time Nessel has shown disregard for the ethical rules of professional conduct. Last week, a federal judge ruled that her office, that would be us, the taxpayer, must reimburse the legal costs of former Governor Rick Snyder after her office disseminated privileged communications between Snyder and his lawyers. And as for Kornak, her troubles continue. Law enforcement officials in Grand Rapids have confirmed to me that they are conducting a long-running and ongoing investigation into Kornak's financial dealings with at least one elderly client. You know what I hear a lot? Charlie LeDuff newsman, I thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I'm doing the news, the real news, right here, the No BS News Hour. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Facebook, Odyssey, or download it wherever you get your podcasts. Power the people.